Welcome to the Mindset Architect Podcast, where it's all about creating the life you want, the business you want, and making a real difference. Join us in unlocking the code to true success. And now your host, Tony Caliendo, Master Coach with ReThink Coaching.
Welcome to the Mindset Architect Podcast, episode number 114. I'm Tony Caliendo, Master Coach here at ReThink Coaching. And as always, I want to start by thanking you for sharing your time with me. Time really is our greatest asset, and the fact that you're willing to share your time with me truly does mean a great deal. So today, I want to talk about what's coming up for most of us. So I am in Santa Fe, and if you've never been, there is something really special about Santa Fe as we approach the holiday season. As fall is in the air, little signs of winter are appearing. There is a scent in Santa Fe that I don't recognize anywhere else. And that is the scent of the pinon wood burning. And it is just beautiful in all the kivas and the outdoor fire pits. It really sets the mood and the tone as we move into the holiday season. If you're in the States, we just got done celebrating Halloween and we're moving towards Thanksgiving and then the December holidays. For me, that's Christmas. And if you know me, it's my absolute favorite season and time to be present. So that's what I want to talk about today is how do we honor being present and enjoying the moment and keeping our momentum in our business up? So how do we finish strong without losing fun? And I think that's really important because regardless of what holidays you celebrate, this really is a unique time of year that there's a lot of things coming at us. Holiday season, a lot of parties, a lot of connection with friends and family, and the end of the year. And I want to talk about that thought of it being the end and challenge that a little. So I want to talk about 7 discussion points for you about how you can navigate through this season and have fun while maintaining momentum. So number 1 is the myth of the year's end. So here's what I know to be true. The calendar year ends, but our momentum does not. Mentally, we might shut down around, middle to end of October, thinking that, hey, I'm just going to start fresh in January. I'm just going to coast into the holidays. And come January, I will get back into the groove. Here's what I know. Success does not operate on a calendar. Your momentum will always carry you forward. Think about December being a bridge month versus the last month in the year. Think about it being that bridge between the finish line and the starting line. I personally don't like to think about year end. I know we have to in terms of goals, but honestly, the year in our business is really just on a continuum. Doesn't really stop. When you stop and treat it like it's the end, and then we start over in January, is when you're putting your momentum at risk. Let's be honest, when you stop the momentum, it sometimes is really hard to regain it. And if you stop now, there's 8 weeks left through the end of the year, depending on when you're listening to this podcast. And if we coast in those 8 weeks, come January, we're going to be 8 weeks behind. Come January, when we're starting with an 8-week deficit, we really are now starting the year at a disadvantage of March. So the myth of the year's end is really important to remember. The calendar year ends, but your momentum does not. Number 2, redefine what fun means. Honor that you can enjoy and have a great time this time of the year, and that fun is not the opposite of focus. It's fuel for it. So we can have fun. The right kind of fun will recharge you rather than derail you. So pay attention. Replace in your mind, my gosh, it's a holiday chaos with it's really my intentional celebration. It's my time to have a great time. Schedule. I know it sounds crazy, yet schedule fun with purpose, events and people that energize you, not drain you. I think we all have those parties we get invited to that we hesitate saying yes. That should be your sign that might not be a party or an event that you want to attend because it's not going to enhance your experience. It's actually going to drain the energy. So simply just ask yourself, is that event going to add to or deplete my energy? There's so many opportunities coming our way for distractions away from the right kind of fun, the fun that fuels our focus, the fun that fuels us through the end of the year and keeps our momentum up. So redefine what fun means to you and make sure that you're paying attention to the warning signs if you're feeling like this is going to cost you or deplete your energy. Number 3, protect your momentum with activities. So, keep your Write More actions sacred, even in December, as we're moving to a lot of major holidays for most of us. So identify those 3 to 5 activities. I prefer 3 that will keep you getting results and that you enjoy and that are your non-negotiable. I know we've talked about this before, but it's really important that as you're planning for next year, that you look at the momentum activities that you have scheduled for yourself. Are the activities netting results? Meaning, are you getting leads or nurtures or forward momentum from the activity? And more importantly, are you enjoying it? One without the other kind of negates the importance of that activity. So make sure your activities are moving you towards goal, getting you results, and that you somewhat enjoy it. It's not always going to be sunshine and rainbows, yet doing those things that you actually enjoy will help protect your momentum because you actually look forward to doing it. You're not going to resist it. You're actually going to take action. It's really, really important. So just remember, we might be cutting our time a little bit short during the holiday season because we do want to enjoy family, friends, shopping, parties, all of the fun stuff that goes along with it. But just pay attention that you maintain the consistency in those 3 key momentum areas. Number 4, you might want to create micro goals for the final weeks. So we've got approximately 8 weeks right now, calendar date today that I'm recording this. And what I know is that, I love 30, 60, 90-day sprints. During this time, I would invite you to think about a 7-day sprint, weekly outcomes that build towards your 2026 vision. By now, you should have a firm plan or idea of what your 2026 business plan looks like and set weekly goals so you can celebrate and hold yourself accountable that are going to move you towards that goal in 2026. Use it as a testing ground if nothing else, right? Towards our movement and scale for January. We want to be doing actions now that are building our Q1 pipeline and sales line and efforts so that we enter the year strong. Celebrate completion, not just progress. So what I mean by that is at the end of the week, if you completed your activities and you gave it your all and you did exactly what you said you were going to do, but you didn't move the needle forward, just accept that it may just be that you'll get the result the next week, but you're staying in momentum. Let's be honest. It's holiday season. People are distracted. And sometimes our sales slide a little bit because other people have chosen to check out. Make sure you are doing the right activities that even this time of year, people will be responsive to. So celebrate completion, not just the progress that you're making. It helps reinforce the continuous mindset that we want to have. So honor that. What's one thing that I can complete this week that will make January even easier? Let's start off strong. Number 5, use reflection as a realignment tool. So reflection keeps your momentum pointed in the right direction. So reflect weekly. Remember, 7-day sprint, not a 30, 60, 90. Let's do a 7-day sprint. What gave you results this week and brought you joy? I really want you to pay attention to that because we may want to go back and revise our business plan if the strategies are set in a way that you get minimal or get results and dislike the activity. I want you to reward yourself for the upcoming year of doing actions that you get results from and that bring you happiness and joy. If you're an entrepreneur, it's your business. Do what you want to do. I know for me at ReThink Coaching, I have actually discontinued a few of our group programs because while it's getting results, it was not my area that was bringing me joy and happiness. And it's so funny how it works when you focus on the right more. So as I remove those things, other things have shown up. Phenomenal opportunities have shown up for Q1 of 2026 that I probably would have either ignored or not done the activity to generate those results had I not discontinued activities that weren't bringing me joy and happiness. I'm at a stage, and I think most of us should embrace this, whatever stage you're in your business, that the activities you do at the end of the day should bring a level of joy and happiness to what you do. During the holiday season, there is some opportunity for quieter time. And I want you to embrace that. I think the holiday season is a great time of reflection on you, the human being, and your business. There's a lot of quiet moments, and those will provide for you to use those moments to recalibrate if necessary and to build your emotional readiness as we move into 2026. Take a minute and catch your breath. I know for a lot of the people that I speak to across the country, entrepreneurs, leaders, C-suite level executive leaders, this year has required a great deal of focus and energy. And while I do not encourage pausing, I do encourage reflecting on what worked well for you so that we can do it again in the upcoming year. What noises can you remove that were distractions and that actually are holding you back? So what gave you results and joy? What didn't? What gave you results but no joy? Or what didn't give you results and had joy? Success leaves clues, right? And so I want you to think about these clues. If you didn't get results, but you really enjoy the activity, then focus on how do we improve the activity so we can get results and still enjoy it. Having a joyful moment and not getting results sometimes can distract you because you're caught up in the release of the feel-good hormones and you're enjoying yourself a little bit. But take a look at it and just think, okay, so is it a sales technique I need to improve upon? Do I need to practice with someone? Do I need an accountability partner? Do I need to hire a coach so that I do the right activities and have fun? It's really important. And if you're getting results and not having fun, we don't want to ditch that. We want to think about, okay, how can I make it more enjoyable? How do I bring joy into that strategy or into that activity? So use some time right now, this time of year, to reflect and either realign or retool. It's a great time for you to honor what worked well and provided a sense of joy, peace, and happiness. I talk about this a bit, and I want you to really think about this. At ReThink Coaching, we coach to thought strategies and business strategies. And it was explaining this to a group of coaches actually that I work with. And we were discussing what that really means because they're like, okay, so thought strategy is just mindset. And I'm like, that's just the tip of the iceberg. I want you to think about your business strategies. So when you're doing this reflection and realignment, we think about our business strategies, right? What activities are going to move us towards our new goal? What strategies are we going to use to get the results that we need to get to our goal? We have a strategy set up. So it might be working your database at a really high level. It might be going to networking events and having goals set for each networking event, but you have a strategy for your business side of things. You need to do the same thing for the thought side or the mindset side. You can't just affirm your way to a great mindset. It helps, but it's not the clear path to a positive mindset. You really have to have thought strategies in place. So as we're reflecting and realigning, I want you to think about some of the tools I have shared with you. I think this shocks people when I tell them what I do every morning because of my level of education, my level of mastery of mindset and thought strategy work. Yet every morning I still do the thought exercise that I've shared with you. And if you want details on it, just send me a message and I'll be happy to share the exercise. But I spend 10 minutes every morning depleting every thought out of my head on a piece of paper, single line. I write them all out. I know because we have 80% of our thoughts are negative and 95% are repetitive. I know in that list of thoughts that I am depleting and dumping out from my brain, there's going to be some negative thoughts. Those carry more weight than the positive because we're having more negative. So in that moment, I reflect on all of the thoughts and I pick the one or two that have the greatest impact on me, the ones that kick you in the gut, the ones that catch your attention, the ones that make you feel kind of icky, for a lack of better words. And I use the thought flow model to run the negative thought through and see the impact it can have if I don't change it. Ask myself the 4 ReThink questions, reframe the thought, and then rerun it through the thought flow model. This allows me to reframe the thought and see the potential results that I'm going to get. I still do it every day because regardless of how much work I do, we're geared towards having more negative thoughts than positive. And I find for me, the mornings are the time when my mind is the clearest and has clarity on the thoughts that I'm having as I'm preparing for an amazing day. While my intention is to have an amazing day, my mind may have a different idea for me. It may be peppering me with negative thoughts. So using this reflection and realignment time, I would invite you to implement thought strategies. That's one of my strategies that I use for my thoughts that creates a healthy mindset that allows me to generate the greatest opportunity for the results that I'm looking for. That's one strategy. I would encourage you to think of other strategies you need to do. Check your beliefs. How do you make sure your beliefs are in alignment? Beliefs are just a thought, right? They're very much tied together, but I have several strategies that I use and I encourage my clients to use because our thought strategies are equally as important as our business strategies. So keep that in mind as you're reflecting. Number 6, design your momentum rituals. Okay. So along the lines of the 7-day sprint, create small daily or weekly rituals that connect you to who you are becoming. I love this. If you are serious about your goals in 2026 and they have increased from this year, or you're looking to do more or better in the upcoming year, we need to become somebody different. So pay attention to the weekly rituals that are empowering you to who you would like to become in the upcoming year. Start now. The year has started for us. Start early. So design your momentum rituals. So for me, Sunday's a big reset day. I love Sundays. And Sunday is a day that I visit my calendar. I look at my activities. I make sure I'm clear on my goals. I do a reset on Sunday. And I also reflect on Fridays. I take a minute and reflect on what went well, what didn't do well. I think I've shared with all of you, I have a daily scorecard that I use at the end of the day to rate how I did for the day. That has my non-negotiables, a couple, thought strategies, business strategies, a couple items on there that are really important for me to do every day. Those are my momentum rituals. So I do a daily scorecard and a week scorecard. Sunday, I do a reset and I take the feedback that I gave myself for end of week and I use it as I move forward into the upcoming week. What could I change? What could I do differently? What could I do more of? What is the noise that is distracting me? I want to make sure that I'm really crystal clear on the rituals that lend and build momentum and do not keep repeating poor behaviors that are stealing me of the opportunity for momentum. This is why momentum is really important. I just want to take a second and pause. If you've ever been somewhere, whether you live in an area with snow and you've built a snowman or you're working on snow, building some snowballs, right? When you first start rolling it, it's easy. But as the snowball gets bigger, it gets harder to keep the momentum going. If you stop and take a break, whatever you do, get distracted, and then you want to go back to rolling that bigger snowball, it's hard to regain the momentum you had when it was in motion. So I really do want you to take a minute to design your momentum rituals so that it's easy to maintain and it's not a start, stop, stop, start. That stopping and restarting takes an enormous amount of energy that you may not even be aware of and can derail you from hitting your goal because it's taking you so long just to get back into momentum. So pay attention to it. And lastly, number 7, start your 2026 now. Make peace with what has happened this year. For most of us, we do a form of sales or leadership. We're leading salespeople, we're leading teams, we are selling, we are doing all kinds of things. And while we have our calendar, we also have our action calendar or our sales calendar. Really, at this point, 2025 is pretty much wrapped up. What you've got is pretty much there. Now, we may get a couple of other deals or we may get a couple other sales, and I'm not saying it's completely over, but for myself and the clients I coach, we've got one foot in 2025 and one foot in 2026. We're doing activities for both. Here's the good news. If you're doing any kind of sales and doing lead generation, lead follow-up, it doesn't matter what year your foot's in. It's an activity that we just keep doing because we could find transactions to hit this year if we stay in momentum and stay taking action. So future momentum starts in present decisions. Just keep that in mind. If you can do one thing this holiday season, maintain your momentum and have fun. Keep the focus there that you can do both and enjoy yourself. Plan your January projects now while your energy is high. Take some time and take advantage of your competition, maybe not doing the same thing that you are. It's what I love the most. I coach a great client of mine, Denise, in California, and she always has a phenomenal December. And the reason why, she's doing stuff that her competition is not doing, and she's uncovering sales every day. It's the craziest thing, but most of your competition checked out at the sight of a pumpkin and are taking the rest of the year to enjoy, relax, and recalibrate versus recalibrate, have fun, and maintain momentum. So treat every action as part of a continuous journey, not a restart. And just know that most successful people don't end the year, they just extend it. I remember one of my favorite mentors telling me that. He goes, why do you treat it like the year ends and you got to start over? It's a continuum. Your activities just continue. Yes, we measure goals based upon a calendar year or your fiscal year, yet the actions and the activities are just continuous. So stop thinking that it's going to end and I've got to start over. Your numbers are going to be recorded and end, but our activities should keep going. So keep in mind, team, this is a great time of year. I really do want you to enjoy it. For me, I have scheduled in my calendar already time to do fun things that I like to do, from parties and connecting with friends and just doing the special holiday traditions that I do, which involves some travel to see family. It involves some things with my local family here and my friends, and creating an amazing holiday season. It's like anything else. If you don't plan it, it'll be over in a blink. We'll be started looking at January, February, March with the holidays in the rearview mirror, and they'll be over. And I think one of the saddest things is not to be intentional about the energy and the experience you want to create during the holiday season. You owe it to yourself. My gosh, if you got kids, nieces, nephews, if you're a kid at heart, you absolutely owe it to yourself to really tap into the magic of the season, whether it's a concert, parties, creating an event, doing magical things at this time of year is really, really important to enjoy and reward yourself for the hard work that you've done. Even if you didn't hit goal, enjoy yourself, work on the momentum, keep it going, keep the focus. We're already working in 2026. So make it the best last 2 months of the year and have fun. Talk to you in a week.
If you enjoyed listening to this podcast, you must come check out the Mindset Architect Group Coaching Program. It's our monthly program where we explore the power of your mindset, help you identify what you truly want in business and life, and then help you reach those goals. Come check us out at rethinkcoaching.com/group-program. That's rethinkcoaching.com/group-program. We'll see you there.